Welcome to Aseem Dnyan Vahini. The acronym for Aseem, A-S-E-E-M, Atmanirbhar, Science, Education, Enrichment, Mahavahini. Aseem Dnyan means unlimited knowledge. Aseem is for empowerment of educating skills. Aseem is for organization of science quiz contest. Aseem for science education short film festivals. Aseem for reviews on various famous science exhibitions. Aseem for talk shows on science related topics, for great meet with famous scientists, and Aseem for webinars and lecture series. The ultimate objective of Aseem Dnyan Vahini is science popularization.
The NCSC 2020 was held online. In this year, 191 projects were registered for first level of Mumbai District Children Science Congress. On the basis of Synopsis evaluation test of all these 191 projects, 102 projects were selected and called for project video and project report book evaluation round. From this round, 65 projects were selected for live oral presentation at Mumbai level, from which 20 projects were selected as best projects from Mumbai and were sent to state level. We feel proud that our project was among the selected projects for state level. On 31st of January 2021, we presented our project for state level on Zoom meeting. I am happy today to present the same video here in front of you. Aseem Dnyan Vahini is presenting the series of these 20 videos. This is our small step for science popularization and for documentation of good projects for future child scientists.
Our topic is comparative study and suggestions with innovative technologies for fishing. Oh, how awful is our sea! Can't we do something about it? In Mumbai, we have an expansive coastline and a strong heritage for expertise fishing. Fishing in India is a major industry employing 14.5 million people. India ranks third in fisheries production. Non-selective and destructive fishing needs to come to a stop. Discarded fishing nets is a big marine polluter. The fishing nets made of nylon constitute 20% of the sea pollution. Bottom trawling can destroy coral reefs and disrupt sediment and bottom-dwelling marine life. 90% of the bycatch that is caught and subsequently thrown back. Our objectives are improvised tools should be used for fishing. The selected tool should not cause environmental damage. A selective tool should be used which results in less bycatch, and non-targeted species will be released immediately so that we can sustain fish resources. Now, as we come to the conclusion, the impact of fishing lines on our ecosystem. We plan to conduct a number of experiments using the 3 fishing lines: braided, monofilament and fluorocarbon lines.
Our hypothesis was, depending on the type of fish to be caught, if we use the right fishing line with hooks and use biodegradable lures, we can reduce the impact of our environment and save our ecosystem. For this, we conducted a number of experiments using 3 fishing lines: monofilament, fluorocarbon and braided. Experiment number 1A. Aim to measure tensile strength. On suspending 3 fishing lines at the breaking point, we measured the weight of the water and the length of the water level. We found out that braided line was the strongest and monofilament was the weakest. Experiment number 1B. Aim to measure stretching capacity of the three lines. We measured the stretching capacity of each of the lines and found out that monofilament stretches the most and braided the least stretch, which means a hard-hitting fish can cause the line to break. When the filaments were wet, monofilament absorbs water, so the stretching capacity of the filament decreases by 30%, whereas the fluorocarbon and braided line remains the same as they do not absorb water. Experiment number 2. When comparing visibility in water, we found out that braided line was the most visible and fluorocarbon the least visible and more denser, so it is an advantage that fishes cannot see the line. When comparing the knot strength of each of the lines, we measured that the capacity of the line decreases with the knot and monofilament achieves 97% of the unknotted breaking strain and braided 57% of the unknotted breaking strain. Experiment number 4. When the filaments were wetted with knot, we found that the strength of monofilament was reduced by 7% as monofilament absorbs water, and for the other two filaments, the strength remained the same. We conducted a survey at Central Fisheries, Warsaw online. As per the graph, on an analysis of the survey, we found that the monofilament line was the most visible and braided the least. Knot could be tied well with monofilament line. Third, fluorocarbon and braided line does not absorb water. Fourth, monofilament line decreased the most on exposure to UV rays emitted by the sun. Fifth, stretching capacity of braided line was the least. These results matched with our results. So, we concluded that fluorocarbon had many properties ideal for fishing, but it was expensive and also had weak knot strength. So, we thought of a new idea of combining the two filaments, that is monofilament and fluorocarbon, and named it hybrid filament. Now, with this hybrid filament, we conducted the same experiments and found that it had excellent properties. It was stronger, showed low stretch, good casting line, waterproof, and tensile strength remained the same after being in water for long hours. Thus, hybrid can help fishermen to recover line more quickly and keep consistent pressure on the fish. We also made eco-friendly, biodegradable lures. We added 3/4 cup water into a small pot. Then we added fish oil from fish oil capsules. We poured the mixture on the molds. We chilled it in the freezer. The advantages are these lures are eco-friendly, easily digestible by fish, reduces potential harm on animals and other aquatic animals.
The validation of hypothesis. After experimentation with hybrid filament, which proved to have excellent properties and use of biodegradable glues, will help to reduce the impact on our environment and save our ecosystem. The socio-economic impact. Fisheries offer good job opportunities, and this hybrid tool will create a boom in the fishing industry. We should follow the Sustainable Development Goal 14 is about life below water and is one of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals established by UN in 2015. The future plans of our project are: if we plan to use sustainable tools for fishing, 90% of existing fisheries could be sustainable. The use of sustainable tools will prevent getting turned and cut into the fish in the case of soft fishes. It reduces socio-economic and conservation costs. It will help more people to work in industries which support fisheries and deliver seafood to consumers. It will save our environment and preserve our ecosystem. Thank you.
STC Network New Delhi, Jigyasa Trust, Thane. Navnirman Vigyan Prabodhan, Mumbai. Education's Inspectors of South, West, and North Mumbai. For their support and guidance.